Well, it's been a while since we've done this. Welcome back, everybody.
Yes.
Yes, so we both had a busy day, so I do apologize for the couple of hiccups here and there. So, um, yeah, what we're going to be talking about tonight is actually we're not going to be talking about major politics or anything like that. The economy's rough, gas prices are super high, and our president has no idea about it. So, moving on, we're going to be talking about Top Gun Maverick. Now, have you seen it yet?
I have not seen it yet. And one question, does the static happen on your end too?
Yeah, it happens when I talk because it's the reverberation. So if you want
Okay.
to if you want me to
I'll
mute you
get
while
my
I
headphones because I'm
okay,
at like 50%. So I'm sorry. Let me just run out and get them.
you're good. It's all good. Wow, that's way too much of my face. So anyway, yeah, no, she was at a wedding and stuff like that, so she didn't have a chance to charge the laptop and everything, for the stream. So it's one of the reasons. Yep, she's back. There we go.
Okay.
That's probably
Yeah,
better.
I just couldn't deal with that, and then I could hear you better on these anyway. But yeah, oh yeah, I'm a little over 50%. So hello
Yeah.
everybody. Sorry.
No, it's all good. I was just explaining that you were at a wedding and so you had a busy day. I was at work.
Yeah.
And things almost slightly missed because I wasn't sure if you were going to make it home in time, and you're like, "No. I'm going to be home." So, and then of course I
Yep.
was like, "Okay, it's like 7:20." I'm like, "I've been lazy and I need to go. I need to go.
I
I need to
came
do
home and then I actually after I got home I had to go back out and go to the grocery store and then came back home too. So
No,
I
R
didn't.
no,
One of
R2
my
is a friend.
friends did.
Yeah, it's a friend's wedding. So what we're going to be talking, we're vaguely going to be talking about Top Gun because it is a huge hit. So,
Yeah, I've heard it's really good.
oh, it's phenomenal. Oh, so good.
Good.
So anyway, let's just kind of dive in slightly to the logistics. We're not going to talk too much about it. That's not what I wanted to do. It's been a while since I've done this. Good job, Ryan. There it is. All right, here we go. So, all I really want to take away from this article is the box office. So, box office: Top Gun Maverick, smoking competition with stunning projected 33% drop. Now, I want to actually allude to the fact that it's only a 33% drop because most Marvel movies drop at least 55 to most of the time over 60%, and that's a lot for because they usually have like massive blowout weekends.
Right.
And Top Gun had a huge 4-day weekend over Memorial Day and stuff like that. But it's actually sitting at right now it's sitting at 434.9 million
Wow.
dollars.
Nice.
And it only cost
It only came out like
170
last
to make.
week. Last week
Yes.
did it come out?
It came out last weekend. Yep.
Wow.
We got Saint Ravage in the chat, says hail all.
Hi.
R2 said before the married comment, it's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah, we saw that. And he said hi to me. Well, speaking of somebody who just saw Top Gun, I'd like to give a shout out to R2, and after the weekend he actually did a quick out of theater review. So
cool.
I want to show that. Let's see what he thinks. It's only 56 seconds long, and I think we can bear his face for that amount of time. Let's see what R2 thinks straight out of the theater. Here we go.
Okay.
So this is R2, and I just got out of the theater to watch Top Gun Maverick. I really liked it a lot. I thought it was phenomenal. Very much has a lot of beats of the old movie to it, and a lot of great callbacks. But I think you could see this one without seeing the first one and still enjoy it. And the flying in this one too is just, it's crazy, the filming that they did for it. I hate heights. It kind of made me feel a little queasy and sick. Mrs. R2, what did you think?
Oh, I loved it. I would definitely go see it again.
Yes, I'd see it again too in a heartbeat. We saw it in a pretty decent theater. I wish I could have seen it in IMAX like a lot of other people. I know it made Mrs. R2 choke up a few times.
Oh, I cried.
But
Yep.
otherwise, it's great movie. Go see it if you haven't. If you've seen it, I'm sure you want to go see it again. So that's my
Yes.
little quick review on Maverick.
Yes, go to subscribe to After the Weekend. They do a lot of great stuff over there, and they're great friends. That's not what I wanted. It did the
You
auto
have to turn
share.
the lights off.
Yeah. No, and R2's been on this channel. He filled in when I was when I was in Dallas and I was on an airplane. I couldn't make it, so he's been on this
Mhm.
channel to host. So he says, "Oh, how embarrassing." Yeah, well, I
How
think
is it embarrassing if you publicly already put it out there?
he didn't know he was going to be on blast. He didn't know.
It was just
didn't
a
know.
review.
Yeah, no, it was I agree 1,000%. It's a wonderful movie. It's something that you do not need to see the original for. Now, I mean, if you want to watch the original, I highly recommend it.
Mhm.
R2 says, I'm gonna hit you with a CC claim for that, right? It's not on my channel on this one. Don't hit Nadine.
Oh my god.
She'll figure that world out. Maybe, I don't know, maybe one day. The copyright claims. They're
Yeah, because of all my friggin' singing videos.
yeah, it's the Wild West out
You
there.
know what I did yesterday? Because I made a little montage because this song came on. What? I don't even remember. I don't even remember what I was doing. But I was like, this song sounds like good, and it sounds like it would make it like would just work with like some of the videos I did yesterday.
Mhm.
And it was like a little like movie montage. And so I posted it to Facebook. I even said, I do not like own this music, and it muted it. But I could put stuff in stories, no problem.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
How does that make sense?
it doesn't make sense.
Because people can't share your stories. That's the only thing I could think of.
It's not just that. I don't think you can monetize stories for one. I don't know about that.
Maybe because of the length.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I just know that YouTube it's all bot driven. So
Yeah.
it's not like there's a person who's like, well, not all the time.
Yeah.
Saint Ravage says CC claims are the reason I stopped posting my game streams on YouTube. Yeah, you'll definitely, if you have a mainstream game that has mainstream music in it, you'll get tagged, which is super obnoxious. I wanted to get into, where is it at? So one thing about Top Gun Maverick that I did want to talk about is that since you don't need to see the original one, it is I do highly recommend you do. It is a very standalone story. It's very straightforward. It's not a super complicated plot. It's not like complicated, like the first one's not complicated. What makes it so good is that it honors the legacy characters of 36 years ago. Excuse me. Sound like I have a frog in my throat.
Ribbit.
Yeah, I know. It must be the con flu that's lingering. I don't know. Since I went to MegaCon a few weeks ago.
Oh.
So yeah, it's one of those things that it honors the legacy characters, and that's not something that you get a lot of in today's world.
They always try to like up the new characters.
Yes. And when you're talking about I guess any movie, wisdom and experience trumps youth. Like a young fighter pilot is not going to upstage, one who has 20,000 hours over their lifetime of flying. It's not going to happen. It's just it's just one of the most absurd things ever to think.
Right.
But it's it was awesome to see that they honored the legacy characters. They brought in new interesting characters that all had their own story arcs. They all had their own places to go, and they even gave the old characters new story arcs, and they completed them, which was awesome. R2 says
nice.
The scene at the end when across there, it jumps and then turns into runs across the aircraft carrier, jumps, and then turns into the jet to save it. I think he's confusing something. I don't know. We'll talk about it later. We're not. I think I know what you're talking about. But we'll hold off.
How was the soundtrack? Because I know Lady Gaga did like the whole thing. Like she had like a hand in the whole thing.
Actually, the soundtrack was really good.
Nice.
It really was good. You know, from the opening scene, it opens like the original movie.
Mhm.
But with obviously with different fighter jets because now they don't have F-14s, they have FA-18 Hornets. And it's just that nostalgia that grabs you.
Yeah.
And they use the old Kenny Loggins Highway to the Danger Zone, but then they fade in and then they start doing the movie. So it's a nod to where they'll be at later in the movie, but it's just so well done.
Nice.
I wanted to maybe just briefly we have some of the behind the scenes
Mrs.
footage.
R2 said he's messing with you.
That's what I figured. It sounded like you combined 2 points in the movie, and I'm like, hold up, what? Like what? Like like
And me, I hadn't seen it, so I'm like, oh, okay.
yeah. Shut up, Rick. Oh, I should be nice because he probably does have a way to jump on this stream. Since he is admin. Since he's admin. he just pops up. What's up, guys?
Hey.
No, we love Rick. So yes, let's I want to watch just a little bit of this
Okay.
because it is some behind the scenes stuff. I want to. He's laughing, you clown. I do want to because they did use all practical effects. There's no there's
awesome.
very minimal CGI.
Good.
This Saint Robert says R2 is the Trollacy. Yeah. This is a very pivotal moment in the movie right here. I'm not going to say why, but obviously it these are real fighter pilots doing these maneuvers too.
Nice.
Real Navy fighter pilots, which is wild. But let's take a little bit of a look at this.
Okay.
In an age where computer-generated special effects reign supreme.
I don't want to hear your voice, dude. I want to see the stuff. I had not previously. We're seeing a little bit of talking. Here we go. Let's look at some of the effects here.
And it took 3 months for them to go through it. And that doesn't mean it was easy for them to be in the F-18. It's still tremendously difficult.
So one thing that was very much was emphasized is that all the actors are honestly in these airplanes.
Oh.
They're riding. Are
they in like the back?
They're in the back.
The second seat?
They're in the second seat. The thing is, though, they're wearing all this gear so they can breathe. So
Well, they have
to. They got the body pressure chutes.
Yeah.
And not only are they trying to act in the scenes, but because the director can't be up there with them, he had to coach them how to film themselves in the back of the cockpit.
Oh man.
Yeah, so they're doing like 3 jobs
and
in
not
one.
pass out.
Well, not trying to pass out in the back of an actual fighter jet, which is awesome. This is one reason I love this movie so much.
That's awesome.
But at least they were able to get through it and do what they needed to do and capture these scenes.
Once training was complete, it was time to get into the air. Steady.
Let's skip forward just a little bit. Of course, obviously they had to start.
Yeah, or vomit. You're right.
Yeah, or yeah. R2 says or vomit. I would want to be one of those airplanes so bad. I wanted to be I wanted to be a fighter pilot. My cousin as well. After we saw the original Top Gun as kids. He was born. I was born in '85, so he was born in '84. So we grew up watching Top Gun, and we would take our little Micro Machine fighter jets, and we would
Micro Machine.
Yeah, reenact the movie, and we watched it probably a couple times a week when we were kids.
Aerial sequences would actually be shot was another thing entirely. Fortunately, Kaczynski and the crew had decades of action movie experience on their side.
That's an actual
Tom's
carrier launch.
Been making movies for 40 years, and
there we go. That's the one. That guy could read the ingredients or want to make it sound fancy. Yeah,
That's true.
it's cause he has a British accent. Oh, I don't think I can really do that very well, but okay. I should probably stop. Just want to kind of skip forward.
We were working with Top Gun, the real Top Gun. So we knew we were working with the best of the best. And every day they showed us why they are who they are. I mean, what they were doing for us in this film. Obviously, safety was the most important thing, but the professionalism and the skill.
I think that P-51 Mustang is actually Tom Cruise's because he owns a P-51 Mustang.
Oh,
It's
nice.
a World War II fighter plane. But yeah, I would kill for one of those. Just kind of skipping forward.
Purely in the hands of the actors and their pilots.
I would be there on the flight line, setting up the cameras all the way until the canopy closed. But once they pulled away, I didn't see them until they came back an hour later.
So the only person you could talk to was the pilot, and you wouldn't even know how good the footage was until you got back. So once we got back to base, then we would play the footage, and then we would see like, oh, the lighting was off. Oh, that I could have done more there. My eye line isn't going to match from what that guy just did, and so to be able to film this, it was a highly technical kind of undertaking. And yeah, you had to do a lot of different things when you're up in the jet.
Here comes some G's. There's 5 G's. 7 G's.
I'm sorry to watch their faces sink like that. It's nuts.
Yeah.
St. Reps, did you hear Tom Cruise's story about the pilot he was paired with in the first film? The pilot's
I've
call
heard
sign
that.
was Bozo, and he took great delight in trying to make Tom puke. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did hear that. And he is listed in the credits as Bozo. He's he's like a lieutenant commander. It's just let's see if we can get some final footage here, and then we'll kind of maybe call it and move on to something else.
Translates incredibly onto the screen. This is no more obvious than in the film's exhilarating third act, which provides some of the most memorable action movie moments in recent memory.
For me, the third act was an opportunity to take the Top Gun aesthetic and flip it on its head. You know, we're used to this.
I mean, just that right there. Could you imagine?
Yeah. That'd be freaking awesome. Listen, I hear those jets take off and I cry. Like if you're at an air show or something, I'm like crying my eyes out. It's like when the picture of like the eagle crying, like that's me.
Yeah, I love it. I love it so much.
Like I just love them so much. It's great.
I mean, they defined my childhood, those fighter jets. You know, the Top Gun is one of the reasons I want to join the military.
Just a second, hold on.
Okay. The kids must be getting rowdy. You're still muted.
I know. I was talking to her. She opened the curtain. And I didn't know if you could see or not, which you can't. But so she starts talking to me when I'm on here. I'm like, she's like, and I'm like, I'm on here. But
I have a feeling that maybe she's getting curious about what you do on the internet. You know,
no, she had to tell me that they're going somewhere with their dad. So,
okay,
yeah, she
Daniel...
knows. Like, because sometimes when I do mine on Thursdays, like I'll see like the things pop up, but I know that every once in a while, like she watches. So,
fair enough.
Yeah,
means I need
so
to
yeah,
watch
hi
that
Daniel.
He says that's a beautiful shot. I still have to see the original. What is wrong with you, sir? Okay, look, I'm gonna give Daniel a break because we had a friend last night. He's 26. He had not seen the original Top Gun. We gave him a lot of crap last night, and guess what? The first thing he did, mommy is just chatting to Swamp Ass. What? No, I'm Swamp.
Oh my
God.
God.
I'm Swamp Ass, dude. Like, what are you talking
Uh,
Rick, you're gonna be banned from the show.
Daniel, I'm surprised because you're like our age. And I would have think that you would have seen it. But again, you're also into different things too. So that makes sense. So.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I've seen some of the stuff he likes, which, hey, no problem. I love Power Rangers. Go Power Rangers.
Yeah.
So no, I would definitely. So Phil, TMNT, he had not seen it.
Mhm.
y- y- he says, yeah, that is what she does. She does on the internet. I don't know what he's talking about.
Me.
I don't know.
What he
Probably.
said before.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, I'm swamp ass. So mommy. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you would I don't know if you would tell your children that. That sounds like a horrible thing to say. I'll be like, oh, I'm talking to
God.
swamp ass, and they're gonna be like, who's that?
And we're also talking to other people.
Yeah. Daniel says, I'm definitely gonna watch it soon.
Yeah,
though.
definitely.
Tonight.
Tonight.
Phil did it. God.
Tonight.
Yeah, there you go. Phil watched it last night after we gave him a ration of crap. You got to watch the original Top Gun tonight. And then trust me, after he did that, he watched the new movie today. And he's like, I love them all. It's so good.
No, before Daniel, Ryan was saying you don't need to see the original to see the sequel. So
But you
before
really
you came
should.
in, yeah, definitely
You should. Because there's a lot of nostalgia. There's a lot of love there for the legacy characters. There's a lot of things that'll make 10 times more sense.
And especially seeing the original and knowing that it's an 80s movie and you get that
and
feel.
it
and
still
then
holds up today.
If you see the second one, then yeah.
It still holds up today. Oh, but taking a slight intermission, I'm going to give a shout out to my sponsor. That is Silk City Hot Sauce. Jeff from Silk City Hot Sauce. I haven't advertised him up. I'm not going to do it. I'm gonna do a small little short here. Yeah, Jeff from Silk City Hot Sauce is a great guy. He definitely sponsors the channel and stuff like that. You can find the link in right here. I just put it in the chat. I ordered some new hot sauce and he actually sent me some extras to try.
I saw there was a new flavor. Did you post
there-
the other day?
There is a new flavor and he sent me some of the new flavors.
Mm.
One of them that was actually out. So I think maybe he had an extra bottle or something.
Yeah.
And he sent me it because I was like, man, I want to try that. And no, he does a great job. They're a locally owned business in southern Vermont. They get all their products from the farm down the road. So it's all phenomenal. I absolutely love it. So if you go to silkcityhotsauce.com and use the promo code Legion, you get 20% off at checkout. That's on from everything you get. So they're doing a great job, and I just wanted to give them a shout out because it was so nice. I need to message him because I want to bring him on Friday nights because he talks comic books and stuff. So we need
cool.
we need.
I'm gonna have to try some of his stuff because I want to make some wings soon. Unfortunately, I bought a bag of wings at Target and I put them in the fridge with the intent of making them the next day. Well, I did not remember about them until like a week later, and I'm like, yeah, well, they're not good anymore. But it was a pretty big bag for like $10 or $11.
Yeah.
So it's like that's not bad because they want to charge you like almost $20 for 10 wings anymore. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
they say market price when you order chicken wings. I remember 25-cent wing night, people. It's craziness.
Yeah, it's not the same right now.
No.
It's not the
so
same.
I just make my own. Not swamp ass sauce.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. When is Legion Games 2076 themed hot sauce coming out? Maybe someday in the future. We'll right now it's just a great friendship. It's a great partnership. He's a great guy. We're both obviously, I'm a small content creator, he's a small business owner, and I think it's a great symbiotic relationship. And he's such a great guy. He's a comic book fan. All the labels he puts on are comic book themed that they create themselves. Yeah, it's so awesome. Gone Postal Pepper Sauce. Yeah.
Oh.
And then, of course, we got Rogue Disney, not swamp ass sauce. Well, now there's probably going to be a swamp ass sauce.
Oh my God. Yep, you're right. St. Reg is right.
Manufactured shortages and artificial inflation. Yeah.
Ooh, that brings me to something that I was thinking yesterday. And you know what? I was going to make a post, and then I was like, I don't know. It just didn't sound right because, like, even though generally I post things on whatever social media that like is random, but I also
Mhm.
want to make sure that it's not like so random that like nobody cares. But this
Yeah.
will make sense. So I was at the store yesterday and I saw these bags of Doritos that were like this big, literally,
Mhm.
like 4x4. And they were 2 for $1. And
Okay.
I was like, man, these are really small. There's like 4 chips in here. But now I get inflation and they're making things smaller. So then the price doesn't go up, right? But think about it this way. Didn't like the size of things since the 80s grow exponentially and contribute to like the whole obesity issue? So therefore, wouldn't making things smaller, like one of our local cupcake places, the coffee cakes were like this big and now they're like this big. But wouldn't that maybe help reverse it?
Actually, well,
In a
you're
way.
you're not off. Actually, you're not off. So you used to get more value for your dollar. Rogue says shop small local seafood. I mean, it's still pretty cheap. Yeah, yeah. A lot of local places are still gonna try to do the best they
Mhm.
can because they're obviously gonna know local, local fishermen, stuff like that. Um, as it pertains to so. I'll say this: portions used to be smaller,
Right.
way back when, and then they got like large, super size, like very overabundant.
Like
Um,
even when, we were kids, they didn't have family size bag of chips. It
yeah,
was
no,
just a bag of chips.
yeah, it was one regular size chip,
Yeah.
and so now, um, as things kind of progressed, corporations kind of realized that they could take the dollar further with like little less portion. That's why you kind of get like a family size bag that's like this, but
Mhm.
it's only like 2/3 full.
Right.
And
For
now,
transport.
yeah, and so now we're gonna be kind of seeing the opposite,
Right.
where everything is gonna be hyper inflated, so people aren't gonna be able to afford as much, which should help lean some of that out. And Daniel says the good old days. Yeah, the good old days.
Yeah. But
What?
yeah, so like, if you think about it in a way, I mean, it's not going to happen overnight, you know what I mean? And obviously, it's not a good thing that it's inflation happening because, we don't want people like starving.
Mhm.
But on the same hand, like maybe then you won't have kids that overeat so much if they go to the store and get a bag of chips for 50 cents. That's not so big, or,
Yeah.
So I'm
and
just trying to see the positive in like a negative situation.
well, it's definitely going to emphasize families to eat at home more because eating out is
Yeah.
very unhealthy. Anyone else hate the mini M&Ms or just me? I hated when those came.
They're dark
Yeah.
chocolate. That's why. They're not milk chocolate.
I didn't like them because like you try to bite them and they like shoot out of your teeth and it like feel like that
I
slight
loved
grinding.
them.
No, I
And
hate
this
them.
is what I used to do because it was in the 90s and we all had those like clear like box purses. But you couldn't bring cigarettes to school, right? So most people would be like they would bring a cigarette to school with them, but then when you leave school and you get off the bus you don't have any. I would be able to fit 3 smokes and a lighter in the tube for the mini M&Ms, and then I would just put that shit in my purse, and there's none the wiser. Nobody would know that I had smokes in my purse. They would just think that I had mini M&Ms. So there we go.
And this is how to break the rules in high school with Nadine. I really wasn't that rambunctious in high school. I think
It
I was
wasn't rambunctious. It was just, what is the word that I'm looking for? Resourceful.
Yeah. As R2 said, school tips by Nadine. Yeah. Tom said good diets are still more expensive than junk food. Yeah, that's always going to be the case.
That's true.
Dark
And a
chocolate is
lot
better.
of the produce and stuff is icky now. Like it doesn't look as nice. I think they're like picking it sooner or something. Like I don't know what it is.
Well, I mean, it's even mass production on a produce basis. They pick, just try to, get it out the door. as quickly as possible. So that's why you'll get stuff that may be a little more ripe than it should be. Some stuff that might be a little old. This was Nadine in 5th grade with the clear purse hiding her smokes. Did you have a clear
5th
purse?
grade.
Did you have a clear purse?
We'll go with 5th grade there. I will take it.
That's fair. That is fair. Okay, so let's because we talked about going for 45 minutes, so we got about 14 minutes left. So
Okay, what do we got next?
The last issue is it's only political because weirdos have made it political. If anybody else, when normal people talk about it, it's like common sense. But
Okay.
it is the new documentary, What is a Woman by the Daily Wire, and I have seen it.
And we talked about it before.
We've talked about it before, but we do have a sneak peek because I know there are
Oh, it
people
didn't come out yet?
It is
Or-
out. It is out.
Okay.
It's
We
out.
talked
I've
about
watched.
it before it came out.
Yeah, I've watched the
Okay.
whole entire thing, but there are people
Okay.
who are kind of hesitant because it's behind. You have to subscribe to them to get access because obviously it's like getting a Netflix subscription.
What if you have a jailbroken Fire Stick?
You could probably find it. Yeah. I
Sneak and smokes into school. Jailbroken Fire Stick.
is somebody who has not watched a Marvel movie in theaters, and I can't tell you how long. I understand where you're coming from. I did not see Doctor Strange and Wanda and the Multiverse of Madness in theaters and I'm glad I didn't because it was not good. And I'm not watching.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not watching Obi-Wan Kenobi
My
on.
son wanted to see it because when we went to see Secrets of Dumbledore on Mother's Day, he was like, "I want to go see the Doctor Strange." So
I mean, he'll probably like it, but me as
I'm sure.
a hardcore MCU fan who does know about the comics, not as much. It really just kind of it doesn't honor the legacy characters. Let's just say that, and it just really kind of schnots on everything.
Oh no.
Daniel says, sorry, now they're making transplantable vagines. I wish I was kidding, but apparently now that's a thing Sydney Watson talked about.
What?
Really?
Are they growing them in a lab? Like,
I don't know.
are they cultivated? I'm sorry, I can't.
Was that real?
Yes.
Oh my. Okay, we're gonna move on. So
I
R2
can't
says
think about it.
So R2 says it's kind of scary for a Marvel film. It's borderline horror. It is borderline horror.
Oh.
There's definitely some. It's not horrendous, but it's definitely a little more serious. But if you have like kids over the age of 10, they should probably be able to handle it. But yes,
My
so
kids are good. They watch The Conjuring and stuff, so they're okay.
so they're braver than I am because I hate horror movies.
Yeah, they like them. They're like their mom.
But yes, the documentary "What is a Woman" is very much worth it.
Okay.
It is a lot. And it's not all politically based. He goes in, he talks to experts, he talks to people of all different opinions, people on the streets. He doesn't go at anybody sideways. He talks to it is very fun loving in some ways and kind of joking, but at the same time it has some very serious undertones because he talks to somebody who is a victim of going through this, who has had significant health problems, and that's probably the most emotional part of it, is talking to that person.
Yeah.
Daniel says, what I saw for the first just recently, Evil Dead 1 and 2, they're so good. Yes, they are. R2 says, isn't a fleshlight just as portable for JJ? I don't think it's the same thing, but okay. I don't have any experience with that. I don't think Nadine wants to talk about it anymore.
No, I'm good. I don't want to have that vision in my head.
So
Petri dish, punani. No, thank you.
We are going to watch this small clip. Here we go.
Well, I have a short clip of that exchange, actually, which I'm finally allowed to play for you, and we'll do that right now. Check it out.
What if a man decides that his gender identity is woman?
Idro orna inne le nega wanana inkro. A woman has its own duty, and a man has its own duty, and a lady cannot do the duty of a man, and a man cannot do a duty of a woman.
Can a man become a woman?
No.
No?
No.
What about a transgender?
Okay.
Transgender?
No.
No?
It look like if you want to become a lady but you're a man, you have something wrong in
Something
your mind.
wrong.
Something wrong in your family, something wrong in you.
What about if someone was non-binary?
Come again?
Non-binary? You know, like non, like someone is
you're not a woman, you're not a man.
Yeah, someone is neither. There's something else. Is that?
This guy's trying not to laugh.
Yeah, I know.
He's saying we have never seen things like those. For a man, he has a penis. For a woman, he has a vagina. So we know this is a lady,
Vagina.
this is a man.
What if it's a woman with a? What if it's a woman with a penis?
Both.
What?
Is that?
Kid man
poor
are
guy's
getting
so
grow
confused.
and tabo.
People are laughing. Is that a dumb question? The transphobia there is just shocking, and there's much more where that came from. But
yeah, the transphobia there. It's too much to handle.
I don't know how he came up with words to describe it. He was literally like, how do I describe this in my language?
Yeah, no, and that's on the interpreter. And the interpreter, he's like,
the interpreter's like, dude, you're really gonna make me freaking say this.
Just the one point, he's like, what? It's just like,
I know.
I gotta understand. And,
I'm gonna start saying vagina though, because I think that sounds better. It's not as it's not as like harsh.
Yeah, it's really not. Tom meet a hooker called Petri Dish Punani at the art market.
Oh my god!
I don't think Tom is in the chat anymore.
Who's Tom?
Rogue Disney. Tom's Rogue Disney.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you've met him when R2 hosted. Tom came on with you. He's a good guy.
Yeah, we were all on. The three of us were on.
Yeah, you guys held it
Okay,
down.
I don't know. I don't know why I didn't know his name was Tom, but now I know.
Well, because it comes out every once in a while. It's why I kind of like identify myself. I'm Ryan, Legion Games. Like it's like I'm not hiding it, you know. No, I really liked the documentary itself, and I don't want to show anything serious because obviously that's slightly a mood killer. But there are moments about it when they're talking to people, and obviously they did go to Africa and they did talk to a willing. He said, I was eating Jell-O. That's just not
what flavor.
That's just not the
way. And did you put Cool Whip on it?
Well, apparently, given some of the things I've seen on Instagram, there are people talking about the fact saying, be thankful that your childhood, be thankful that growing up as a child, you didn't have corn. I'm sorry, carrot slices in your Jell-O, and I'm like,
ew, what?
Yeah, what? Who puts like shredded carrot in Jell-O?
But you know what? They have those Jell-O molds that they put freaky shit in. Like, and you ever see those pre-made ones with the freaking fruit in it and shit? Ugh, no. No. Oh my god.
A pudding
pops back in the day.
That's very different.
But they were the freaking best. And then they brought them back and they weren't as good.
Pink Starburst.
Starburst. Good on you with the whipped cream. You know what my gram used to do? She was old school Polish lady. Sometimes she would have Cool Whip, but you would get confused. I'd be like, Graham, you got Cool Whip in your fridge? No, I don't. I'd be like, it's right there. You open it up, it's fucking mashed potatoes. and because like she would reuse the container, right?
Yeah, that was
But
that was
then-
my grandmother. Yeah,
But then, yeah, the country crock, the
yeah,
friggin' Cool
yeah,
Whip, right?
yeah.
But then she would be like, "Oh, well, if you don't, well, there's no Cool Whip, but you could put some milk on it."
It's not the same.
No, milk on
To the 50s
your
and the
Jello
60s.
is so gross, and my brother would do it sometimes, and I'm like, "Why are you doing this?" Terrible, terrible.
They
Hot
put
dogs
hot
with
dogs.
pineapple and clear Jello and just gelatin. It's not clear Jello, it's just gelatin.
I would rather stick my weenus
Like the
in a wall socket.
1950s cookbook.
Oh, that's
they had like a
horrendous.
hot dog thing.
That's
The
horrendous.
gelatin lock.
Oh my god, you just snorted. he says I put Cool Whip in the freezer. Lazy ice cream.
Yes, that's true. That's true. When I was pregnant with my daughter, and I told my husband, I was like, you know what I really want right now? Some frozen Cool Whip. He's like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm like, we're gonna go to the store and get some Cool Whip. I'm like, you never ate it frozen before? He's like, no. Got it? And he was like, oh my god. I'm like, I told you. Or you get those cheap ass coconut macaroon cookies in the clear package, and you put the frozen Cool Whip in between and make it's like a ghetto ice cream sandwich.
Oh my god.
My brother and I used to do that all the time.
I love that. I love the stories from a poor childhood, especially because we both have them.
Yeah. Did you ever make pizza on a slice of bread with like ketchup? And then you throw some oregano on it and shit.
No, not ketchup, but we had we would do like the pizza sauce, and then we put like a slice of like American cheese. So yeah,
we didn't
it
have
was
any
like-
sauce because like my mom would never have any sauce like in the house, or if we used it, she would freak out. But so we would like try to make our own sauce out of ketchup with like garlic powder
Mhm.
and oregano and stuff.
or you know you don't have any hot dog buns, so you use bread slices.
Yeah, I would just not eat it at all, or the burger with the bread slices, and then the middle just like it gets all wet and sticks to the burger. It's
Yep,
so
yep,
nasty.
yep.
I would just be like, nope. Even now I'll eat like if I make burgers and then I run out of buns or I just don't feel like a bun, like I'll reheat a cheeseburger and then just cut it up and like dip it in ketchup
Mm.
because that's how I would eat it when I was a kid. But
Yeah, no.
head cheese, ew, no.
I don't know what head cheese is. I don't know if I
It's
want to know.
made of friggin' head. They boil the head of like a pig and then they like scrape the stuff off of it. And then it's not actually cheese. It's like a processed like lunch meat.
I don't think it is.
Yeah,
It is.
that's
St.
that's
Travis
what
says,
it is.
You guys are describing my childhood. Yeah. Hot dogs and Kraft mac
Yep.
and cheese. Little Totino's pizzas. You know,
We
you have,
didn't even
like-
get those. Oh my god, you were spoiled.
well, because when I was a kid, they were like, well, I mean, what are they like over at like? Well, I guess probably.
Well, I didn't even have a microwave. I was.
Oh no, we didn't
I
have a
was
microwave. Just
I was
just an oven.
20 and had my own. Yeah, you didn't have a microwave either.
Mm.
No, my gram did. It was the greatest thing ever. We did not have one.
Not for
Pig
the
cheeks
longest
and
time, no.
chicken butts is what head cheese is. See, I knew it was like that. They boil the face and yeah. So it's not cheese.
I'll stick with the hot dogs. They taste better.
My brother said he watched something called Under the Microscope, and he watched it about hot dogs, and he will never eat hot dogs again.
That's why I'm not going to watch that
I won't either.
because I still don't.
You know what I
still
like
eat
better
hot
than
dogs.
hot dogs though? I like those the cheddar brats.
Oh, very good.
Yeah,
good.
they're pretty good.
Tom,
Weird food. From
why
the
why
Italian
why are
markets.
we still going? It's cheek meat, Tom, buddy. You're a bit of a chef, right, Tom? You have a little bit of culinary experience. I don't know. He likes to smoke meat. That's all I know.
Oh,
Smoke
that's
a-
fun.
He likes to smoke a lot of meat, all
Yeah.
day, smoking it, just all sorts of meat, smoking it. I don't think I can make it any dirtier than that, but I'm not going to. He says, yeah. He says, yeah. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I know we've had a brief
I'm at
conversation.
20%.
Okay. All right. Well, we are at 45 minutes.
All right.
I think we need to have the poor childhood discussion.
We do.
again.
We should totally. We just need to talk about like things like food we used to make, or
Mhm.
yeah, like a food show like that we ate when we were kids and stuff. I think that'd be super fun.
Even if it's like the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes, like we'll talk about
Yeah.
like, stories from our childhood growing up poor. It's
Definitely. I think that would be awesome.
he says, I used to work in a
Oh,
Chinese restaurant.
cool.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it is cool. Chili cheese dogs, best food ever. Well, that's definitely very much up there. So we are going to end the show. This has been fun.
Yeah, it was fun today.
Yeah, we got to talk. Hold on. Stuffed cabbage is always a good one. I don't think I've ever had stuffed cabbage. I haven't had that.
Piggies. We call
give
them
it-
piggies.
Well, we definitely give that a shot.
I'll
I'm all
send you
about trying.
information on how to make them.
I'm all on trying new stuff. I don't think I can do the head cheese. That just doesn't sound like something that I'm down for.
No, but you can make the stuffed cabbage without actually rolling the cabbage and stuff.
Cool. I'm all
You
for
get
it.
the same taste, but less work.
So Nadine, anything fun coming up? What you got going on?
No, I just did that wedding. Just work this week. I don't know what I'm going to do on my show on Thursday. Sometimes I don't know until like the last minute. But
Yeah.
other than that, nothing really. Just summer. Yay!
Yes, summer. Yeah. Couple last comments. Stuffed cabbage is always a good one. I've heard them called tube steaks before too. Hot dogs, I mean.
Oh yeah.
I sure. I don't think I've ever heard that. It's not gonna really bother me, but all right. So go follow Nadine on Twitter at Hope Warrior 615, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got it right finally. Woohoo, go me. It's only been several months. And I will have new videos coming up. I'm covering Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm obviously covering The Boys. Very graphic. It is more graphic than the previous two seasons. Please don't let your kids
Nice.
watch it. Do you want to hear something that's going to creep you out real quick? And within the opening scene, there's a super, he's got superpowers. He can get real small.
Mhm.
And him and his boyfriend are gay, and they're doing some booga sugar. And I'm gonna make this very friendly. And so they start making out. Hey, no problem. Not a big deal. They say something like, I need you within, I need you right now. We'll say that.
Yeah.
So anyway, dude gets real small, and then I hear the motorcycle.
Yeah.
Do your neighbor have a motorcycle?
No. I don't know who it is that's on it. I want to say I think it's my husband with one of the kids.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Saint Ravage said, fun show, guys. Thank you. I once saw a girl with summer teeth. We're there, somewhere not. Yeah. R2 being Randy. And then R2 says, no, Legion, stop. Yeah, no, I know. We talked about it last night. We're gonna end on this because everybody's gonna wish they were dead. He shrinks down, and then in the television, you see a real giant tip of something.
Oh, I was already thinking that when you said he got really small, I was like, yeah,
Mhm.
that makes sense.
Yeah, and then of course he just proceeded to jump in the tip
Oh,
and go poking around because apparently it was nice. I don't know. And then he sneezed.
interesting.
Yeah, he sneezed from the booger sugar and he got real big real quick. And
Oh
then-
no.
and it got even more
Woo.
more disturbing and really red. So we're gonna leave it on that.
All
Okay.
right.
You are all welcome.
You're very welcome.
All right, we're gonna take it out. Appreciate you guys. Much love to everybody in the chat.
Thank you for coming.
I think going forward, we're gonna be Nadine, we'll talk about it. I just wanted to do it on your stream because you have a bigger audience and we seem to get a lot more reception here right now.
Okay.
So maybe going forward, we can talk about it. Obviously, we have some other logistical things we've talked about. We'll see what happens. But
yeah,
much love to everybody. We're gonna play you out. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time. See ya.
Awesome. Bye.